Man vs. Bear, who would win a fight? The battle between man and beast is an age-old tale that has been told and retold in stories and legends throughout history. In these tales, the outcome of the fight typically depends on the strength, courage, and intelligence of each combatant. However, what if we were to pit a human against one of nature's most fearsome predators, a bear? In this video, we lines explore the possibility of a fight between a man and a bear, and who would come out on top. The first thing to consider when imagining a fight between a man and a bear is the size and weight difference between the two opponents. Bears are significantly larger and heavier than humans, with some species of bears weighing over 1,000 pounds. This size advantage gives the bear a significant edge in the fight, as it means that the man will be at a disadvantage when trying to grapple with or take down the bear. However, the man does have one major advantage over the bear: his intelligence. Humans are capable of planning ahead and coming up with strategies to defeat their opponents. This means that the man could potentially use the environment around him to his advantage, such as by luring the bear into a trap or by using weapons to fight back. The man could also use his intelligence to study the bear's behavior and try to predict its next move, giving him a better chance of defending himself against its attacks. But the bear is not a dumb animal and can be quick and agile when needed. In addition to its size, the bear's thick fur and tough hide provide some protection from harm, making it even more difficult for the man to defeat. Another important factor to consider is the fighting style employed by each opponent. If the fight were to take place in an open field, the bear would have the advantage due to its size and strength. It could easily overpower the man and inflict serious damage with its claws and teeth. However, if the fight were to take place in a more confined space, such as in a forest or in the man's home, the man may have a better chance of defending himself. In such environments, the man could use his intelligence and nimbleness to evade the bear's attacks and strike back when the opportunity arises. He could also use objects in the environment to his advantage, such as by using rocks or sticks to hit the bear or by hiding behind trees to avoid its attacks. In terms of fighting styles, the man could employ a variety of techniques to try to defeat the bear. Martial arts could be useful in helping the man to defend himself against the bear's attacks and to inflict damage on the bear. For example, the man could use a combination of punches, kicks, and takedowns to try to weaken the bear. However, it's important to remember that the bear is much larger and stronger than the man, so he would need to be very skilled in martial arts to have any chance of winning the fight. One possible fighting style that the man could use is judo, which involves using throws and locks to take down opponents. By using judo, the man could try to take the bear down and pin it to the ground, which would prevent the bear from using its size and weight to its advantage. Another fighting style that could be effective is Muay Thai, which involves a combination of punches, kicks, elbows, and knees. Using Muay Thai, the man could try to keep the bear at a distance and wear it down over time. Ultimately, the outcome of the fight between a man and a bear would depend on a number of factors, including the size and weight of the bear, the skill and experience of the man in fighting, and his ability to use his intelligence and the environment to his advantage. In general, though, the bear would have a significant advantage in a fight due to its size and strength. However, with careful planning and execution, a skilled and intelligent man could potentially defeat a bear. It is important to note that bears are generally not aggressive towards humans, and attacks by bears are relatively rare. In most cases, bears are more afraid of humans than the other way around. However, if a bear were to become aggressive or feel threatened, it could pose a serious danger to humans. Therefore, it's always best to exercise caution and respect for bears and their habitat to avoid potential conflicts. But what if the bear was immortal? This is where things get really interesting, because now we are introducing a new element into the fight: the concept of immortality. The idea of immortality has fascinated humans for centuries. Many cultures have myths and legends about beings who are immortal or have the ability to live forever. But the concept of immortality is not just a fantasy or a myth. There are some animals, such as the jellyfish Turritopsis dohrnii, which are biologically immortal, meaning that they can revert to a previous stage of development when they are stressed or injured. If the bear was immortal, it would mean that it would never die of natural causes such as old age or disease. This would give the bear a significant advantage in a fight against a man because the bear would have unlimited stamina and would be able to fight for as long as necessary to defeat its opponent. In addition, the bear would not be afraid of taking risks or sacrificing itself because it knew that it would be able to come back and fight another day. This could lead to a much more aggressive and relentless fighting style from the bear, making it even more dangerous for the man to face. Despite this, the man still has his intelligence and resourcefulness to rely on. He could try to use the environment to his advantage, such as by luring the immortal bear into a trap or by using weapons to fight back. He could also try to exploit any weaknesses that the immortal bear may have, such as by targeting its eyes or its nose. Additionally, the man could try to use psychological tactics to try to defeat the bear. Since the bear knows that it cannot die, it may become arrogant and overconfident, which could lead to mistakes that the man could capitalize on. Ultimately, the outcome of the fight between an immortal bear and a man would depend on the skill, intelligence, and determination of the man. It would be a very difficult and dangerous challenge, but it is not impossible for a highly skilled and resourceful man to defeat an immortal bear. We've explored the fascinating possibilities of a fight between a man and a bear. It's clear that the outcome of such a battle would depend on a multitude of factors, including the size and temperament of the bear, the skill and fighting style of the man, and even the environment in which the fight takes place. While bears are undoubtedly powerful and imposing creatures, humans do have the advantage of intelligence and adaptability. With careful planning and execution, it is possible for a skilled and determined man to defeat even the most fearsome of bears. And what would happen if we introduced the concept of immortality into this equation? The prospect of an immortal bear that never tires or succumbs to injury raises the stakes of the battle to a whole new level. It would truly be a test of the man's skill, endurance, and adaptability to take on such a formidable opponent. But ultimately, the question of who would win a fight between a man and a bear is one that can never be answered with absolute certainty. It is a battle that has been fought and retold in stories and legends throughout history, with the outcome varying depending on the teller. What is certain, however, is that it is a battle that has captured the human imagination and will continue to fascinate us for generations to come. Now it's time to hear from you. What do you think? Could a man really defeat a bear in a fight? How about an immortal bear? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and share this video if you enjoyed it and want others to see it too. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.